particular sequence everywhere, 11-11. They pointed to the exact time of the winter solstice's arrival in December 2012, 11:11 GMT. They suggested it was not the end of the world at all, but the beginning of a new era of spiritual growth, transformation, and ascension. Cut to so many years later, and we still live in a world of dichotomies: good and evil, light and dark, peace and violence. Yet there is a sense of having ascended somehow into a greater understanding of the whole, as above, so below, way of looking at human existence. Today, thousands of people continue to see time prompts and sequences, most notably 11:11, but plenty of others too, and more report the experience each year. It is possible we are collectively being contacted by other beings, such as angels, spirits, guides, maybe even extraterrestrials. Is this their way of reaching out and getting our attention, so that we will stop surfing the internet, posting to social networks, and pay attention? The idea of spiritual transformation is certainly not a new one. There is still considerable debate as to whether or not we are in the age of Aquarius, or have already moved through this era of positive change, both individually and collectively. But look around, talk to people, and even amidst the political chaos and ongoing strife, there is a growing sense of connectedness to our inner beings, to one another, and to the natural world around us. It would be easy to say that people who report seeing these time prompts only ascribe personal meaning to them because it makes them feel good, or that it is just the trick of a brain that loves to glom onto any kind of pattern it can find and make order out of a chaotic world. But what of the stories of synchronicities, magical and miraculous coincidences, and aha moments that people insist occur each time they look up and see 11:11 or 3:33? Perhaps there is something more going on than just pure coincidence, more than just a noggin trained to notice only what it wants to notice. Perhaps there are messages and signals and information floating in the ether, just waiting for us to lock onto them and allow them to help us live better lives. Perhaps it is our higher selves speaking to us in a way that gets us to notice amidst the many distractions tugging at our limited range of perception. Perhaps it is a doorway to transformation that, if entered, can lead humanity to higher ground. Numbers and mathematics were once important to ancient philosophers and men and women of wisdom. They knew what we have forgotten. Yet, those engaged in the most cutting-edge frontiers of scientific discovery have not forgotten. Right before his death in March 2018, legendary theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking wanted a particular equation on his gravestone, known as the Hawking equation. It's a mathematical expression of his greatest work into the makeup of black holes. Specifically, that black holes emit a glow known as Hawking radiation. Not only did this equation allow us to understand more about black holes, but about the entire process of growth and change of our universe over time. In the final days of his life on Earth, Hawking was working on an attempt to solve the mystery behind whether or not parallel universes existed. He spent decades pondering this one question alone, and worked over and over with mathematical ratios and equations to try to unlock the key to other realities and other worlds. He even published a paper before his death titled "A Smooth Exit from Eternal Inflation," explaining his theory on how current physics could indeed explain the existence of these other universes that exist alongside our own. Those who flocked online to read the paper had to have a mathematical or physics background to make sense of it, but to Hawking it was akin to a mystical, magical doorway to